I have a divine message. What if life is happening for you, not to you? What if? I believe it is. Once you lift your vibration or lift your faith level or lift your mindset, everything in life will start to speak to you. Everything. This is everything in nature, but also inanimate objects, because everything's vibrating. Even when things are seemingly going wrong for you. Hey everyone, great to see you. Especially when things are seemingly going wrong for you. With a quick shift in your mindset, you can turn things around, you can alchemize them. I believe this is the season of being tested. This is the season of digging into inner wisdom, which is actually a feminine energy. Faith requires diving into the darkness. Faith requires going into the unseen things. That's like the spirit's rebirth. That's like going in and asking yourself, why is this bothering me? What's the trigger? You don't need to defend your character if you're good with the divine. You do not need to stress about financial situations that are pressing at the door if you're good with the divine. You do not need to worry about anything actually. Did you know that growth happens out of the comfort zone? Just like birth does. A whole lot of pressure before the magic happens, before new life is gifted. And this is where we need to pass the test. If you could only see my phone, because I've lost my stand, I've lost my little light stand as well. It's sitting in the fruit bowl behind a grapefruit. And these things just make me laugh, because as I speak to you about fruit, I'm staring at it. And these fruit in our life are the mindset that you have during a perceivably difficult growing pain. A perceivably difficult. Many years ago, I used to ask Spirit, why me? And as a clairaudient, I'd often hear back, why not? I'm still pondering the answer to that question. You see, if you ask yourself the question, your subconscious mind will find the vibrational answer to it. That's how the brain works. It's amazing, actually. Ask yourself why is what the Most High often says to me. Ask yourself why. A young man came to me yesterday to buy a singing instrument, you know, a bell. It was a beautiful bell, singing bowl bell. For those that come on Tuesday nights, they know that one well. It's an amazing tool for lifting your frequency and clearing your auric field. And he was so excited about this. This guy is on his sacred journey. I couldn't believe when he told me he was only 18. Because he looks a lot older and he spoke with so much wisdom. Like he knows about all the ancient teachings from Egypt and all of the things that are hidden. We spoke for an hour yesterday. As he left my studio, he fell down the stairs. He fell down the stairs. And he's from an area on earth. He's from Syria. And so when he came back carrying a bell, like, all of this was speaking to me, and I said to him, oh my gosh, Babylon has fallen. We had a little laugh about that because he's on the same wavelength. And he goes, I can't play this anymore, it's broken. So this morning I went and ordered another one for him at cost so that he was gifting it to a family who were trying to lift their vibration. His mother is very sick. We have some beautiful souls on this earth. But we asked ourselves, why did he fall down the stairs and break something that was seemingly good? Well, he needed to come back today for another embellishment to the conversation. You see, when the student's ready, the teacher will present. But here's the thing that I've learned by asking myself, do not give advice. Don't even bother giving advice without an invitation. You are speaking to a different vibration. The student must ask for your opinion in order for it to be received. Have you experienced this? Some of us in our awakening, we're trying to beckon others to listen to us, and we're throwing out a desperate energy. We're actually trying to convince them with the motivation of fear, but we haven't yet recognized the fear is separating us from faith. And so whilst that journey feels quite remarkable and quite important, the motivation's wrong. You see, you can do any good thing. You can give good gifts, you can do charity work, you can encourage people, you can do it, but if there's an element of manipulation and control, the motivation's off. And so therefore, is it good or is it evil? You see how blurry things get, because nobody knows the motivation of a heart of another. And if we even try to assess that, we're leaning into judgment, and therefore we attract judgment. You see how it gets really messy? So the best position to sit in is neutrality, actually. Neutrality takes faith too. To trust that everything's happening for me, not to me. That everything is good. Everything Creator sends my way, all of it is good for me. It's developing my character. It's teaching me resilience. It's pushing me to be braver. Today I birthed a membership because I see doors closing and new ones are opening. That's how birthing happens. That's how birthing happens. You get a new wave of consciousness, or a new wave of creativity, actually, as spirit flows through you when you're launching into a new season. And that's a great thing, because you were born to create. It's called co-creation for a reason. We are channeling in the energies of the divine. And this is all right brain thinking. And it takes faith. If you get an idea or a desire to do something for the better good of humanity, you better trust that you will be provided for to do that. And that takes a huge quantum leap. I have some notes for you to lean a little closer into this inner wisdom that guides us, for she is feminine. Wisdom is a different energy to knowledge. Knowledge has gotten us into a huge amount of trouble with ego. Wisdom is a few scalings up. The feminine sits above the masculine knowledge. Wisdom says, I'll assess it all, for it's all good. Wisdom says, I can use any situation, any trouble, to birth something beautiful in you. Every rose has thorns, right? And yet the rose is the highest vibrational plant. And so we climb higher with the divine on our journey, even though it's prickly, even though it's trials by fire, even though it's oppressing. Diamonds are made with heat and pressure, right? And so you too are a beautiful gemstone. Life is happening for you, not to you. I have 7 ways that life is happening for you listed here. And so grab a notepad or make some notes on your phone, or you can hit replay later if you're just chilling out tonight. I know it's late. So the first one is to teach us a lesson. And you will notice as your spiritual eye opens, you will notice patterns. These are the things I was talking about to this guy today. There are fractals. And I asked him to research what a fractal was, because you won't see fractals until your third eye's open and activated. You just can't see them. This is where people see one particular thing as right, one particular slot. For an example, some people say Christ was only external, and others say Christ was internal. And yet, what if I said to you, it's both, because of fractals? Because if you cannot see fractals, you're not seeing the masterpiece from the master, because the piece of the master goes on for eternity, and there's no time outside of the body. It's all happening now. And this is where, if we're sending our energies to yesterday, or to what somebody did to you last week, or what somebody did to you 10 years ago, or what somebody did to you in your childhood when you were 4, or you're sending energies to tomorrow because you're worried you can't pay your rent, or you might have to move house, or your business is shifting, know that you're in the middle of the birthing, and all you have is now as a sovereign being. Life is happening for you, not to you. So number 2 is to serve your awakening. Life is happening for you to serve your awakening. Don't try and awaken others. Awakening happens in fractals too. Awakening happens in layers. I often say, and just funnily enough, I've got an onion in my fruit basket. I don't know why somebody's put this onion here, but those that have done a pathways session with me, I will always talk to you about life being like an onion. As we peel it, it makes us cry, but each layer comes off, we desensitize, and it gets easy as you get to the center of it. You will never work through your traumas all at once. None of us can handle that. But what will happen is Spirit will guide you to work on things in layers as you can process them, as you're ready. And as you're ready to receive truth too. Because for every negative situation, you have a part to play in that. And it's only the victim that blames the external. What in you has attracted that? That's the lesson that we're shifting. So it serves our awakening. 3 is to catalyze your growth. Life is happening for you to catalyze your growth. I've had a difficult life. I've had a difficult week, but it's catalyzing beautiful new things. I'm launching a membership next week, which I just smashed on out today. I feel really excited about this, making an affordable way to mentor you, to build community, and to discuss these things that are difficult. We're all emotional beings, and it's often our emotions that get in the way of us manifesting great things. We can energize the negative, we can complain, but in the complaining, we're stuck in the fractal of the circling in the lessons. We're not growing, we're not recognizing the spiritual patterns, we're not climbing up and having a higher perspective. Number 4 is to deepen your empathy. And so empaths, I speak to you. Empaths, we feel everything, right? This too is from our traumas. We need to recognize that life is happening for us, not to us. Life is a gift. Everything that happens to you, even things that you're grieving, is happening for you to lean into the darkness of faith. You will find God in the darkness, actually. And I know that's a controversial topic, but I speak the truth. And if you don't believe me, ask yourself. Ask yourself and allow your subconscious mind to find the vibration for the answers. This is how your mind works. Number 5, life is happening for you to test you. Many times my angels and guides have said to me, you have passed the test. The test is never easy, but the test is integral to your soul destiny. You have certain pinpoints on a map that you agreed to, and you have to reach those agreements. You have to do them. And in between, you have a lot of wandering. And some of us are running away from the soul purpose. Some of us are blindly walking in circles. But if we recognize that everything's happening for me, I'll stop and listen and ask the divine, why is this happening to me? You might hear like I did, why not? Because everything is guidance. Everything, wisdom loves to show you these beautiful patterns. Number 6 is to offer you proof of the divine. If you're wandering in darkness, you will often not see spiritual things. You will not see the lessons in a tragedy. You will complain a lot, sitting in the victim childlike state. You will not see the beauty in the shadow. You will be worried about what others think. You will be people-pleasing. You will be sending all your sacred energy to others that aren't in your now. And so, you are missing the whole point of why life is happening for you. Number 7 is to help you cultivate trust. And trust and faith are best buddies. Emotions travel together. So too do entities. And so too do the angelic beings. You will always have a gatekeeper, whether you like to recognize this or not. If your gatekeeper is jealousy, every wicked spirit runs with jealousy, because you are so far away from reaching your soul destiny. You are seeing your soul destiny happen through another. That other person's been brought to you to inspire you. If your gatekeeper is anger, anger will travel with other energies. Energy never tracks alone. And all you can do is shift what's within you. Life is happening for you, not to you. If you recognize all of this as a sacred lesson, you'll shift those energies out and you'll clear up your home. Look at the word Om in the middle of home. Om too is in the middle of womb, and Om is also in the middle of tomb. Before we rebirth back to spirit, we must learn to take our sacred home and clean it up of all energies that aren't aligned with love, all energies that aren't aligned with peace, all energies that are co-creating chaos are not working for the better good of humanity. You cannot control anyone else, for that too is darkness. You can only control self. Self-control is what we need to be focused on. So instead of looking outwards, try closing your eyes and look inwards and ask yourself, why is this happening to me? You bet your bottom dollar that your beautiful subconscious mind is going to kick into super consciousness gear and bring the waves of answers to you. Whatever spirit speaks is always affirmed with an echo. I've noticed this, have you? I hope these ponderings help you to surrender with faith, with wisdom, and lean into the darkness of the Divine Mother and accept that within the Divine Feminine, it is darkness that teaches us how to elevate, how to activate, and how to fly, actually. For every birthing, there's a wee bit of pain, but the pressure is going to make you shine. Good evening. My name's Michelle from Echo Circle, and if you would like to join my membership, please reach out. And don't forget that this Saturday I have my Pathways online program happening at 3 p.m. So it's the 3rd at 3 p.m. intentionally. I'd love to host space for you to just cut spiritual cords with anything that's not serving you. You are sovereign and you attract what you are holding. So much love. Bye.